Sometimes, a massively hyped player at a huge club needs to take a step down to re-kickstart their career. This is Kick, and these are the top 5 players that left big clubs for greater success. Manchester United's youth academy have produced some of the finest players in the world, but a lot of them have had to leave the theater of dreams to reach their true potential. Just like our number 5, Michael Keane. The prodigious defender joined United's academy at 16 and made his first team debut a few weeks after his 18th birthday. However, he spent much of his time in the reserves and was cast aside by Louis van Gaal after United's embarrassing 4-0 League Cup defeat to then League One side MK Dons. Keane was looking for some first team action, so he took a step down with a loan move to Burnley, which eventually turned into a permanent £2.5 million deal. He shined so brightly with the Clarets that United were reportedly willing to buy him back for £25 million earlier this summer. That is 10 times the amount that they let him go for just 2 years previously. Keane did leave Burnley for that much, but it's Everton that he'll be trying to help break into the top 4 this season instead. Number 4 is a player who left a European giant in the prime to take his gamble across the Atlantic, and it's paid off big time. It's Sebastian Giovinco. Born and raised in Turin, Giovinco joined his local side Juventus at the age of 9. But he didn't break through to the first team until the age of 20, when the old lady were serving their Calciopoli punishment in Serie B. And he was subsequently sent out on loans to Empoli and Parma. Antonio Conte brought him back into the Juve fold, but after the arrivals of Carlos Tevez, Fernando Llorente, and Dani Osvaldo, he became a fringe player, mostly limited to late substitute appearances. So in January 2015, he made the move to Major League Soccer with Toronto FC. Many viewed it as a drastic step down, but he was a massive success, winning league MVP and Golden Boot in his debut season. His performances were so consistent and his goals so breathtaking that he even managed to earn a place back in the Italian national team, something that was thought to be impossible while playing away from Europe. In 2016, he even turned down a lucrative move to Barcelona, knowing he would get regular time in Toronto and actually contribute to their potential silverware. Our number 3 is a player who moved from England to Italy to prove his worth, Mohamed Salah. Scoring against Chelsea in the Champions League for Basel, the Egyptian forward earned an £11 million move to the Bridge in January 2014. So did he nail down a first-team spot and live happily ever after in South London? Or did he fall foul of Chelsea's policy of stockpiling players to try to sell them on for profit? Yeah, it's the second one. Salah made 13 league appearances before being shipped off to Fiorentina on a £5 million loan deal. He made such a positive impression with La Viola that they tried to make his loan permanent, but instead he joined their rivals Roma. In his debut season in the Italian capital, he became the Giallorossi's top goal scorer and their player of the year. In June 2017, Liverpool successfully lured him back to England with a €42 million deal that could rise to $50 million. So, he left the Premier League as a €5 million player and he returned with a value 10 times higher. Maybe Chelsea should have given him more of a run out. And at number 2, we have an incredibly talented Belgian who was forced to leave the Premier League big boys to get the game time he deserved, Kevin De Bruyne. Thanks to their overwhelming depth of talent, Chelsea are pretty well known for letting top-class players slip out the door, and the Belgian midfielder is no exception. Upon joining up with Chelsea at the start of the 2012-2013 season, De Bruyne was immediately sent out on loan to Werder Bremen, where he showed superb form. When he finally got his shot at Stamford Bridge, Jose Mourinho gave him only 3 starts before he sold on to Wolfsburg for £18 million. What the Blues lost was Die Wolf's gain. He was named Footballer of the Year in Germany after 1 season, which was enough for Manchester City to secure his services for a club record fee of £55 million. At City, he became one of Pep Guardiola's most important players, and the Spanish coach once claimed that he was the second best player in the world behind Lionel Messi. De Bruyne has since spoken out about the treatment Mourinho gave him at Chelsea, claiming it was unfair and he didn't get the chances to prove himself. And that leads us to our number 1 star player who left a big club to further his career, and surprise, surprise, it's yet another player whose potential was overlooked by Chelsea, Romelu Lukaku. The big Belgian was brought from Anderlecht by Andres Villas-Boas in August 2011 for a £12 million fee. Despite looking like Didier Drogba's heir apparent in his rare Premier League starts, Lukaku spent most of his first season with the Blues in the reserves. The following year, he went on loan to West Brom, where he was brilliant from the outset. The powerful striker scored 17 league goals, more than any Chelsea player that season. In the following campaign in 2013-14, Chelsea sent him on loan to Everton, where his 15 goals helped the Toffees to a record-high Premier League points tally. His tenure on the Merseyside became permanent with a £28 million deal in summer 2014, and that proved to be incredible value for the money. So guys, those are our top 5 players who had to make moves to get their breakthrough. Who did we miss? Diego Forlan? Is it somebody else? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time.